I'm not confident in voting. I won't vote because I don't see anything that changes. It doesn't change anything going to a ballot paper and putting someone else and making that someone get richer and all that. No.
Frustrated and anti-anything political, 30-year-old Abongile Dukumbana lives in the shack with his 6 siblings. After being retrenched last year due to his company closing down as a result of COVID-19, he was forced to move back home. No one works in this household. Abongile sleeps on the floor while 6 of his siblings share one bed. He says voting is a waste of time.
But no, nothing has changed. And of which I'm not happy with the situation that we're living. Because as people, we're supposed to benefit from this democratic country. Because we were promised that better life for all, but there's no better life. It's only few that benefit from that. What about the majority of us? We don't benefit anything. We're left out. No employment, no proper shelter, no proper health care. And what do we have to do? We have to keep on voting to make people rich, become more rich, while us become poor. So I'm not confident in voting. I won't vote.
Of the 26.2 million registered voters presently, those between 18 and 21 years make up 17.5%. According to the Electoral Commission, for the 2016 local government elections, 71% of those registered aged between 18 and 19 turned up to vote, while 50% of those between 20 and 29 cast a ballot.
I think in all possibility, the more realistic scenario is either a decline in voter turnout or, again, a limited number of younger people going out to vote. As I've said before, there's almost a perception around this futility of voting. We find in our research that young people will say, yes, it is my civic duty as a citizen to vote, but there is also a very deep sentiment that argues and says, but why vote? I've wasted my vote. Nothing changes. My life hasn't gotten better. My vote, what I expected from my vote, didn't actually materialize. So why will I go out and do that again?
While South Africa's unemployment rate is at 34.4%, youth unemployment for those aged 15 to 24 as of April 21 was 64.4%. This and many other factors have left young people with mixed views about this year's elections.
I take part because I feel like there's really been no change, and not only in our country but also with the people who are in leadership. So as soon as those people change, they add more youth people, because they will be relating to the stuff that we actually need and relating to our problems. So until that happens, until when I see more faces of the youth in that parliament, then I'm not going to be voting.
You know, I don't know how I feel about voting, because I feel like even if you do vote, it doesn't make a difference.
Yes, I am going to be voting. I believe that if we want to see change, then the youth have to be a part of it. We can't sit back and watch it happen and complain about things not changing if we aren't going to take part in it.
I personally would like to see is equality for all. It makes me feel very sad, especially to be living in Walmer, to see a lot of homeless people with no jobs. I would love to see us employing more people that are on the streets to just better their lives, you know, to help it, give the less advantaged more advantage. You know, it's not their fault that they grew up in the situations that they did.
Analysts believe political parties have a lot of work to do to convince the youth to vote. Showing them the value of their votes through rendered services that are beneficial to the youth is seen as key. Lerato Fekesi, SABC News, Gqeberha.